Right then, preview time. The reason there's been no previews and player ratings for Bristol City, West Brom and Millwall is I've just been recharging my batteries, trying to finish the season strong. I've missed 3 games since the season's restarted in terms of previews and player ratings. Considering how quick they've been coming, surely I deserve a break. And if the audio on this is a bit poor quality, the 1 meter lead that I have for my microphone has broken. The end that plugs into the microphone has bent, so that doesn't work. So I've got a new one on the way, but for now we've got a very small one, so that's plonked under my desk where my PC box is, if you know what I mean. So if the audio is a bit different, I'm sorry, but I am leaning down on my chair to get better audio for you lot, and I've got everything turned right up so it shouldn't be too much affected. Anyway, Tuesday the 14th of July is when this game will be. It'll kick off at 7:45 at the DW Stadium. You can watch it on Tigers TV Live for £10, or you can watch it through Wigan if they do it cheaper than City do. Or you can just not watch it at all. I'd recommend that, if I'm honest. The only reason I'm watching them is because I've got a little secret project which I've been invited to. So we decided it was beneficial that I should watch the games. Anyway, let's get cracked right into it then. Normal service resumed for the once it works. There we go. Team news, where Grant McCann has no fresh injury concerns for the game against Wigan, and Herbie Kane remains the only absentee. Everyone else fit as a fiddle. Anyway, ref watch now. The referee is Tony Harrington with his 2 official linesmen, being Paul Hodkinson and Andrew Fox, and the 4th official is Jeremy Simpson. Alright, what do I think then? Change the system, FFS. Use your subs, McCann, FFS. These next 2 are the biggest games of our season. We need to win both, but if I'm honest, don't see us getting more than a point. Now, for all of my life watching Hull City, I have always been more optimistic than anyone else in my family. Alright? All my grandparents, I park at my grandma's before the game. After certain defeats, I say, oh yeah, we're going down now. But I'm thinking, no, we can still do it. My granddad who I sit with at the games, he can be quite negative. And my dad's just flat out, nah, we're crap. He said at the start of the season that we'd be in a relegation battle. That was when Bowen was still here. So I've always tried to be more optimistic, but now I'm just being real. Just being real. Stats then, these are all taken from the Millwall game. Against Millwall, City had 12 attempts on goal with 5 going on target. Malik Wilkes had the most shots by a single player, having 4 straight on goal. Leonardo da Silva Lopez had 83.3% pass accuracy at the kick, on the highest of the whole squad. The team's overall pass success rate was 57%. The Tigers had only 42% of possession throughout the full 90 minutes. City made 20 tackles, 8 interceptions, 15 clearances and won 35 aerial duels. Angus MacDonald made the most passes with 43. Jordi Device had the most touches of the ball, 59. Head-to-head battles then. I've made an absolute cock up there. I've forgotten to change the picture to Reece Burke on the graphic. Anyway, if you ignore Matthew Pennington there, that should be Reece Burke against Jamal Lowe and Leo da Silva Lopez versus Cal Naismith. Naismith, a versatile boy. Da Silva, let's face it, McCann could probably put him up front, because that's how clueless McCann is. And Lowe, winger. Burke might be at full back. Burke might be at centre back. Jamal Lowe might be up front. It can go either way. Now to my predicted team. George Long in goal, back for McDonald at right back because he seems to be trying that. Device, Burke and Elder with Batty, De Silva and Honeyman through the middle. Bowler on the right, Wilkes on the left and Josh McGuinness leading the line. I know you're thinking, Joe, why the bloody hell have you picked this team? It's pretty much the exact... in fact, it is the exact same as the one that played 2 days ago. I know, but the way McCann speaks is that he seems as though this team does nothing wrong. When the crap... In fact, the only change I've made is putting McGuinness up top for Eves, which, if anything, is a downgrade. The bench, Ingram, Tafazoli, Stewart, Eves, Torral, McLaughlin, Pennington, Lewis Potter and Scott. Now that is my predicted team in full. Why is Angus MacDonald still there? You know what? We're moving on. Now this is what I want, okay? This is a new segment where, because I've got so annoyed with McCann's refusal to do anything different with the team, I'm giving my say, what I would do. So, we're stripping it right back to basics. What you play when you first start 11-a-side. The formation that you first get introduced to in football. 4-4-2. And as you can see there, I've not got McCann there. I've got me and Nigel, along with a little cutout of Marco Silva. I'm manifesting my goals here. So I would go for George Long in goal. I'd go for McDonald at right back. Still worth a go. I'd go for Sean McLaughlin at centre-back. Looks solid when he's played. And let's face it, it can't get any worse. He'd be alongside Jordi Device. Callum Elder would remain at left-back. Then I'd put Martin Samuelson on the right. In case you didn't notice, I didn't put Samuelson in what I thought McCann would do. Because for some reason, he hates different games. He decides which one of Samuelson or Bowler he hates more. And last couple of games, it's been Samuelson. Not bringing him on, not including him in the team, this, that and the other. So I'm giving Samuelson a run out, because let's face it, he don't look bad and he's very versatile. So we're giving him a run out. John Torral as well is in centre mid. He must have been furious not to be brought on at the weekend against Millwall. 10 minutes to go, he's a creative player. Against Middlesbrough when he came on, instantly made good things happen. Now Torral, yes, he's got his injury issues, but if he's fit you want to play him because he's the most creative player we have. So Torral, he can play alongside Leo Da Silva. No Batty, no Stewart, no Honeyman. Come at me. And Malik Wilkes is on the left hand side. Possibly our best player since Bowen's left, but that's... I was about to say that's not hard to do. Anyone can do that. No, nobody can do that. Malik and Leo Da Silva are our best players now. James Scott will be up top as part of a front two. Another player who will have been fuming not to get on the pitch. James Scott. What has he done wrong? Why does McCann say before the season starts he's the player I wanted him to be? Put him on the bench first game back, puts him in to start, scores. Against West Brom didn't have a great game. In fact, no, against West Brom he didn't bloody start, did he? Yeah, it was Birmingham where he scored. Then Bury didn't have a great game. Against West Brom he didn't start. Bristol City he came in, didn't get the ball. And Millwall, why he was just sat on the bench, I don't know. He's a creative player. And I want to know as well why McCann has this obsession with trying to shoehorn strikers in at the left wing. McGuinness tried it, didn't work. Lewis Potter, it was kind of successful, but Lewis Potter's most effective through the middle. We've seen that in his time with the under-23s, and when he's played up top, he's looked more menacing than when he's stuck out on the bloody left-hand side. And Scott as well. You sign strikers to score goals, not to be shoehorned into a different position. Speaking of Lewis Potter, he's partnering Scott up top. These two up top, give it a go. Because let's face it, that partnership can't be worse than Eves up top on his own or McGuinness up top on his own. Because they don't work. So what we've done is, with my team, we've stripped it back to basics. It just says, look, 4-4-2, flat back four, flat four in the middle, two up top. You two work together and try and get some goals. Got some creativity in the midfield. We've got a creative midfielder and a box-to-box. That box-to-box, Leo da Silva, you work your buttocks off. You two wingers, you go backwards and forwards, as you get taught at a young age. You chase the balls. You do everything in your power. You cover your fullbacks. That's what you get taught to do as a winger. That's what you get taught to do. And you fullbacks, you can stay, you can push up a little bit just to give that little bit of support if the midfield need it, but don't go too far. Don't go too far. And you centre-backs, you stay there and keep this team solid. In my team, I was thinking about putting Matt Ingram in goal, but I thought, nah. George has had a solid season, but ultimately, what can possibly go wrong? Ingram's not a bad keeper. Anyway, now the bench. Speaking of Ingram, he's there on the bench with Ryan Tafazoli, Reece Burke, Kevin Stewart, Tom Eves, George Honeyman, Josh Burler, Matthew Pennington, and Josh McGuinness. So that's the team that I would play. Now let's compare them. So, change the system. I've kept in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players from what I think McCann will do. I've forgotten to change Pennington as well. I've kept in 5. I've kept in 6 players. Sorry, 6 players. The other 5. See, why doesn't McCann change the system? It's worth a go. Got 3 games left. What he's been playing since January hasn't worked. So why doesn't he just give something else a go? Predicted score, this is with McCann's team, 2-0. Yes, Wigan haven't been great in the last 3 games. But what? They're coming up against a side that have picked up they've picked up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points in the league since the turn of the year. 9 points since the turn of the year. Only 2 wins. If you count all competitions, make that 3 wins. Why is he so reluctant to change it? He should have been sacked long before the season restarted. Against Brentford, when we lost 5-1, I said, okay, maybe we should change things. And then Blackburn, that just cemented it for me. Since then, losing to Barnsley, losing to Leeds, 4-0, losing to Stoke, then losing to Charlton, then those Bristol City and Millwall games. Against West Brom, we were bad. Against Birmingham, we should have won. But he's so reluctant to change anything that as a club going nowhere, he's taking us there very fast. Anyway, I digress. that's the end of the preview. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.